He can't sit.
Prison, jail.
This is breaking parole.
I want to go see my mom-in-law. I want to see your dad-in-law.
We'll see him. You cannot break parole.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. Talking to you guys about Love After Lockup episode 6. Talking to you guys about Chanda and Tyrese. Talking to you guys also about Maurice and Jessica. And talking about Quaylong and Chevelle. Guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do me a favor. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell button for a notification of the uploads, baby. And for those of you who got the minerals, you already know what it is, baby. If you're returning, you got these minerals. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. I'll do that again because it was all off there. You got the minerals. Bit crow. Minerals. Alright, it's not working today. Alright then. Boom things. Alright, cool. So, obviously talking about, gonna talking about Chanda and Tyrese. I think obviously, look, Chanda and Tyrese are very interesting, but something I picked up which was very scary for me. Okay, very scary for me. I don't know about you, but it was scary for me. I don't know if someone else took it differently to how I took it, but I took it this way, so I don't know. Maybe you have a different opinion. When I saw
And it's even easier whenever you have more than one person out there supporting you.
I said, oh, whoop, excuse me, how dare you? You? Oh. Like, I was like, no, listen, Chanda, hold on a minute, baby. What are you talking about here? Are you trying to say that, are you trying to insinuate? Are you trying to insinuate? Are you trying to go underneath the table, underneath the radar by saying that you may potentially have more than one person? Now, obviously, we know later on that she talked about the fact that when she was talking to Tyrese, she mentioned the fact that obviously there were other guys that were talking to her. She wasn't talking just to him alone. Did she cut it off when she was talking to Tyrese? Not potentially. No, potentially she wasn't. She was still talking to the other guys. Why? Because it helps her get through navigating the jailhouse. And I think that is, I mean, look, let's look at life in general. Let's not just, I'm not going to just, hammer her. Let's look at life in general. When you're going for a tough patch and you meet an angel, I call it an angel because, the person becomes like an angel. They do things to you in that season that seem so angelically and heavenly and spiritual and loving, right? And they come at the seemingly right time to help strengthen your bones, okay? Just like they did for Jesus in Gethsemane, okay? Luke 4, Matthew 4. Now, to understand that, obviously, in that season where you're in prison, it's like you're in the wilderness. It's like you're tired. It's like you've been fasting for 40 days and 40 nights. It's like you've been out of the game for a very long time and your bones are weak now. And yet the angels come and restore the strength in you. So it's like when you have these different guys or different girls, per se, if we want to talk about relationships, who come at this time and offer you an ego stroke. That's what I call it. They stroke your ego. They make you feel wanted. They make you feel loved. They make you feel like you're desired. And that's a key word. Desired. When they make you feel like you're something more than what you think of yourself, then you can enjoy the energy they're giving you. And that's the trouble with these things. You can enjoy the energy they're giving you and the power that it gives you because you now have options. Okay, now she decided obviously to go after Tyrese because she showed her homegirls in the prison that Tyrese is something to look at.
Damn. And I showed all the girls I was in there with, and they was like, "Ooh, girl, you caught you one." The
girls got excited, he's got arms, he's tall, he's worldwide, he's built. I mean, this guy's not a small guy, you understand, yeah? He's still a good-looking dude. And so that's an ego stroke. That's a part of a level of power because you're choosing the nicest guy that you can. You're getting attention from him. He's helped you out financially. He's dressing you up. You come out of the jailhouse. He meets you in his car. Buys you clothes to get you to put you out of the jailhouse clothes you're wearing. That's that provider energy, and so you love it. You enjoy it, Chanda. Do you know what I'm saying? And I get it, and I get it. But obviously the fact that she made that comment, I was a little bit shaken. I was like, well, oh. Scooter whoop, she may be going to do a madness maybe later on in a relationship, we don't know. We hope she doesn't, but that insinuation led me to think to that, you know what I'm saying? I know that obviously as well Tyrese is a bit infatuated. I mean, he's excited about her backside, he's excited about her figure, he's excited about her shape. He mentions it on several occasions and I'm like, yo, I hear you, dog. Listen, I feel you, dog. I'm with you, dog. Listen, I know it. Roof, roof. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you're chasing a bone right now. You are almost 50 years old, if not 50 years plus, seeing a young 27-year-old, young skin, young buck. This is the Amnon and Dave. This is Amnon and like the David situation in King David, where they choose a young woman to come and sleep beside David to keep him warm when he gets in his old age. I get it, sir. I get it. I understand. I feel it, what you're saying, bro. That young, fresh meat on your arm, you know what I'm saying, making you feel good, making you feel like a king. But you need to be sensible. You need to think. You need to slow the frick down. Because I just want to get to know you. You know what I'm saying? You need to slow down and actually really think about this before proceeding further.
I'm looking to have sex with her. But Sean has to get on the bus soon to go to the halfway house, and she's starving. So it doesn't give us enough time.
I'm ready for some chicken.
I'm not saying she's anything. Actually, she hasn't shown us any particular hints of any bad behavior. It was just that insinuation made me think, say, hey, you know, hey, baby, I got some money, don't you worry. Hey, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, focus, like, yo, sir, open your eyes, keep your ears attentive, and don't just assume. Do you know what I mean? Because we get scammed when we trust, we fear, or we're desperate. And so out of that trust sometimes that people build with people, that's when people take advantage of their trust. Or when we're fearful, we make impulsive buys. When we're desperate, we just want to get it now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we feel like we can't get any better. Right? And that's important to understand that in why people oftentimes get scammed, taken advantage of, run up for their money. You understand?
I was 16. I don't even think I can count on one hand how many different detention facilities I've been in. And it's all due to drugs.
She spoke about the fact that she was, you know, an alcoholic. You know, her mom was an alcoholic and died that way, and that she got convicted from the age of 16 and everything like that. And so, you know, and she's obviously like, I think to myself, when I hear those kind of stories, again, I always say to you guys, therapy. We need therapy before you need to come and live with me, whatever. You need therapy. Why? Because the mindset is in need of changing. The mindset is in need of renewing. The mindset is in need of being able to be refreshed and refined, because at the moment, if the mindset stays what it is, there's going to be no growth. There's going to be a revert back to the basics. A revert back to what you know works for you. A revert back to what you know as a kid, which is the certain behaviors that we have, right? And so for her, you know, I hope that her and Tyrese do counselling to really address some of her more, I say, malign and latent issues which are underneath the surface, but may come up and surface later on in the relationship when she's comfortable. Do you feel me? Okay. You know, and she said obviously the fact that, you know, she's been dreaming about them, you know, she's been thinking about them. Again, you know, kind of laying it on thick, you know, she really is into it. But, I mean, look, she's kissing him, she's hugging him, like, she's really doing things that are showing that maybe there's some affection there. But we know con men, they can do a whole lot of stuff and not like you in the end. I'm not saying that's her. I'm just saying that, listen, I think the guy's a little bit excited by the battery, excited by the shape and the fresh skin that he can be holding at night. You know what I'm saying? He said he's ready to end his bachelor life. I feel you, sir. Just don't rush it. Just don't rush it, sir. That's what I'm saying. Obviously, Maurice and Jessica, the madness never stops with these two. Maurice is moving mad. Bro, you want to go across state lines when you know your parole officer may be calling you at any time to find out where you are. And
I think it's a bad idea, because what if you get pulled over, something happens, he gets arrested, and he goes back to jail?
You in, like family, that's not a risk you want to take. Listen, holding off for a few days, few months, is beneficial for your long-term strategy. You understand? And obviously Jessica, I can understand why she would have gone along with the idea of leaving the state to go to Nevada or go to Las Vegas. I get it, but the whole point is this. Listen, darling, you can't do that. If you want him to survive, you want him to stay outside of prison, you got to say, listen, no, it can't happen. Now, I know she gave in because obviously he put a lot of pressure on her, but she also gave in because she really wanted to go home.
I don't want to have to be away from you.
It might happen, Jessica, because you're not comfortable in the living situation I'm welcome into.
It's not that I'm not comfortable.
That's why she gave in. She gave in because it also suited her personal needs. She was tired of having to be incompetent. She didn't like competent. And I understand why. There's violence, there's crime, it feels like you're not safe. You're living in someone else's home and you feel like you're taking up their space and you're sleeping on the couch, it seems like. And it seems like there's not enough space in this house. So why be here when I can be in my own home, my own castle, enjoying the luxuries of my house? I get it. I feel you. And I rock with it. It's just that obviously, you know, because of that, then that allows you to put yourself in a mindset where you're agreeing to cross border states with him. Now, I know there was contention in the car. She was really trying to, I guess, change his mind.
You make me do some crazy.
I'm about to break my rules right now. Parole.
Slowly, not heavily. She was really trying to assure, like, oh, are you sure? Are you sure? Listen, babe, he is sure, but you're not sure. So turn the car around. You understand? Like, if you're in a relationship, this is one thing as well. In a relationship, what's important to understand is this. Sometimes the person doing the stuff they're doing isn't doing it for their best good. And so sometimes you on the outside got to say something, put your foot down, say, no, we're not doing this, because it aids the future of the relationship. It's not about now, it's about the future. If I don't stop you now, you're going to continue this behavior later on, right? And so when we see Maurice in the restaurant, when they first get there, you see Maurice checking this little young thing who's a waiter, bruv. Man, several times, and I know Jessica spotted it, but she didn't say anything. Again, probably. Not to you know, cause an argument, but the truth of the matter is, he was paying a little bit too much attention. Too much, sir. Your eyes shouldn't be watching that hard, sir. Okay, you're on camera. You're looking bait, bro. Listen, look and focus back on the menu. Don't look again. You're done.
What's your other workout stuff? We be
Do it. Let me see a push-up, cousin.
a straight one though. You can't tell me that ain't real.
I just want to get the fixed so you can come home.
I think it is tough. Like I said, it is tough to be in someone else's household, and you just feel this restriction. You can't come and go as you please. You can't go to the fridge whenever you want. You can't get a drink whenever you want. You can't just do whatever you want, because as much as the person might say, this is your house, it's my house. Listen, when you don't feel comfortable and you don't feel like it's actually your house, of course you're going to feel isolated. You're going to feel restricted. The fact that her family's not here as well, they're in Las Vegas. She's probably feeling like, oh, I'm in someone else's house again. I'm with his friends, but I'm not with my family. Do you know what I mean? And that's what gives me the safety. That's what gives me the comfort. And when I don't have that, it's almost like sleeping without the blanket. It's like, bro, I'm cold and I'm a little bit feeling like I'm exposed, right? And so this is why, again, this contributes towards her agreeing to cross state lines with him, moving like it's Queen, like Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie and Clyde. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they're moving like it's Bonnie and Clyde, but really and truth of the matter is, it ain't that. Queen and Slim. You understand?
Ask for a supervisor. So why is that?
What is a supervisor gonna do for me?
Okay, well, I'm saying you
No,
could
answer that. You had jobs before. Can you just go up there and say, let me talk to the owner? No.
But see, it was interesting because at a restaurant, when they were having a debate about the issue about crossing state lines and the PO, because she felt like he wasn't doing enough to reach out to the POs and those who are, you know, meant to be processing his changeover to Las Vegas. And what was interesting was the fact that when he got challenged on that, I think it was a little bit later after that or before, I'm not sure, then he decided that, okay, cool, like he wants to flip the tables. Why did I say that? He started off by, you know, saying, I can't do anything about it, I can't do anything about it. And then psychologically flip the tables by saying, well, let's go then, yeah, let's go, you know, flip the rules, flip this, flip that. And the reverse psychology was mad, yeah, because he reversed it, and then she was doing, she then did what she didn't want to do in the first place. She didn't want to go over state lines. She wanted to go by herself. Well, she wanted him to come with her to stay at their house, but it wasn't so a tense desire. More of a case of she felt annoyed because she was in a house or somebody else's house, and she was claustrophobic. She was getting squeezed in, like mentally, emotionally, she was getting squeezed in. And then in order for him not to address that issue, he flips it by saying, let's go to Las Vegas then. Come, let's go, da-da-da.
Prison, jail.
This is breaking parole.
I want to go see my mom-in-law. I want to see her
I mean,
dad-in-law.
we'll see him. You
I don't care what
cannot
you're
break
supposed to
parole.
do.
So now she's lost her actual point. The actual point was that I'm not comfortable here. And then so what he does, he flips by you know, saying, come then, let's go. We're gonna go to Las Vegas now. I want to see your parents, blah 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 blah. And that reverse psychology then got her to think, okay, cool, what the frick? Like, oh, okay. Now she's not arguing about the fact that Compton's too small. Now she's thinking to herself, okay, I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna go with you. Okay, mad. So you know what I'm saying? Like, when I saw that, I was like, bro, the guy is smart, man. He knows how to push her buttons. You feel me? And obviously, as she's driving the car, she's feeling like, should I be doing this? Should I not be doing this? And so, if you know you're not meant to be doing it, darling, stop the car, turn around, and make sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't do anything you shouldn't be doing, darling. Because if he goes to jail, it's a wrap. You understand? He's a wrap in chicken salad. You understand? Yeah. It's a wrap with tortilla. You know what I mean? And so yeah, he reversed the psychology, and so she and made it So suddenly she was backing up, and now she didn't want to. And it's funny because then she stopped. Like I said, she stopped making her point because the psychology was okay. Let's go. And now she's like, actually, no, I don't want to go. No, I'm not saying I want to go. No, I don't want us to go because that's parole. No, she didn't want that. Right? She got flipped on. He flipped on.
To have this moment, I'm ready to take on the father figure role.
Quay Long obviously said earlier on he's ready to be a father. He was ready to be a father, etc., etc. But what was interesting was that when the question was asked by the mum about, hey, look, are you looking for marriage in the future? My mind was ducking and weaving.
So what is your plans for my daughter and my granddaughter?
Well,
with different types of answers. Oh, I'm just trying to figure out what's now. Sir, are you willing to marry my daughter? It's very simple. But I have to focus about things now. No, that's not the question. The question is a future question. No one's saying you're ready now. We're saying, are you looking to commit in that way?
Yeah, I want to be strategic at everything I do,
Is marriage in the plan?
And he kind of dodged it, right? He didn't answer the question. He kind of dodged it. And so that for me just showed that obviously, yeah, do you know what? Maybe, he doesn't have he doesn't have a plan. Like when they asked him what is his plan, he said, "Oh,
is marriage in the plan?"
To be honest, like, I can't sit up here and tell you the future because I don't know it.
Obviously take it as it comes, innit? I got a strategy. Bruv, what was the plan? Because I still don't know the all plan. I don't know that he planned it. I don't know the plan, bro. I didn't know that you said you're going to do what you're going to do at this moment. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have he doesn't, I want to be strategic. What does I want to be strategic mean? What does that even look like? What does that even read out as? Like, tell me, sir. Like, what does that mean? Break it down for us commoners. Let us know what you mean by that. Because I think what you mean by that is that I don't have a plan and I'm not intending to marry your daughter. I never was. I'm not going to get tied down to that. But she held me down while I was in prison, though. She appreciated that because she helped me go through the tough times. Oh, right then. I think that's what he's really saying. If you need responsibility to keep doing what you're doing, I think you're not ready for a relationship. Why? Because at any given moment, the responsibility is not suiting you. You're going to do what you don't need to do. Like, the reliance should be on your own moral code. The reliance should be on your own discipline. The reliance should be on your own actions. That should, and your own morality in terms of why you do or don't do. It shouldn't be the case of the fact that, oh, because of my family, that's why I'm going to make sure, I strategize, because of my family, that's why I'm not going to do what I was doing. But are you really? Because you're living for yourself at the moment. Do you know what I mean? Even though you're with Chevelle, you're not really with Chevelle. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all ain't married or anything like that. And even then, still at the same time, the person may feel like they're doing what's best for them, not what's best for other people around them. Do you get? The mum, had to say, look, she's gonna have to watch over him a little bit. Why? Because he's not showing the true authenticness of himself. And I can agree with that. I can agree with that in total as well. I can agree with that in general. I get that. And then she said obviously that Mahela, her daughter, is calling him daddy, and she wants Quay to propose within 6 months because after they've been dating for 3 years. I was like, whoa, like, brother, that, my sister, please, let me tell you something. Come, let me tell you something. He's not going to marry in 6 months. Why? Because he ain't got a plan, number one. Number two, when they asked him about the marriage question, he fumbled the bag. He missed it completely. So he's not going to marry you, sis. Somebody let her know he ain't marrying you, sis. And if he does, he's only marrying you for the money. He's only marrying you for the success. He's only marrying you for the fact that he can get a job. Now I'm just going to be real with you. You know what I'm saying? He ain't marrying you because he really loves you. Why? Because he would have said it now. He didn't say it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say it. He's on a player team. So yeah, I mean, if you're ready to be a father but not ready to commit to the woman, I don't understand how that makes sense. Do you know what I'm saying? So you're wanting to have the praise and adulation of a father without the commitment to a relationship with the mother. No, sorry, we're not about that life, sir. You know what I'm saying? So for me, watching Quay Long and Chevelle, I get it. I love the fact he met her parent, but the truth of the matter is he hasn't got a plan, and I don't think he hasn't got a plan, and really, he's out here in his streets. You know what I'm saying? He's out here in his streets.